On today's episode of the Layman's Answers to Baby Care, we're going to show best practices for changing your baby's diaper. Now, since this video has the potential to be shown to millions of people, and I don't want to inadvertently traumatize my two twin baby daughters, we're actually going to do more of a diaper change simulation, which is perfect because I actually believe that we live in a simulation. Well, I kind of believe like our experiences are real, but not our surroundings, just like this diaper change. So we're actually going to substitute poo for Play-Doh, kind of making it poo-doh. Smells so much better than poo. So before you even get started, the first thing you're going to want to have is a disposable changing sheet. This is basically a lot easier than having to change the actual fabric sheet or wash it every single time baby has an accident. The one that we like is the Disney Princesses disposable changing sheet. And we like this one because I like my little girls to crap all over the stereotype that the only way they're ever going to be able to avoid housework and chores is if they marry some handsome, rich, exactly, they marry some handsome, rich prince, and that's the only way out of it. If you watch any of the new Disney stories, they've basically updated this with like Cinderella too, where they make the heroines a lot stronger, much better role models. There really is a truth to all of these mythological stories. If you've ever noticed that in all these Disney movies, the hero or heroine tends to be an orphan, there's actually a really interesting reason for that, and I actually talk about it on my blog. You can just visit thelaymansanswers.com and search under Disney, and you'll see an article titled Why Disney Characters and Superheroes Are Orphans. So if you're learning diaper changing for the first time, chances are your baby's a lot smaller than Brianna over here. But just kind of think of it as the baby being enlarged to show the texture of what we're doing. Your diaper table, probably like this, has these straps. We generally don't use it that much. We just make sure that we're always holding onto the baby. If we have to walk away for a second, we'll strap her in. It's also good, I guess, if your baby's kind of acting up in a little bit, but we find what works better is just to give her something to kind of distract herself with, like a hairbrush or something like that, so you can get to the diaper changing without any issues. So now it's undressing time. You'll notice that the pants that we use are a little bit long. The reason that we do that is it's really easy just to kind of fold them up, and then you don't have to change, basically buy a new clothes every single time your baby grows in size. Eventually she'll grow into it, and then it'll be just like a little small, and then we can basically skip a size and go to the next one. So it saves time and money. So just peel them off like a little banana, and unbutton the snaps. And when you're ready to take the diaper off, you really need to be quick, because especially when your baby's little, chances are the moment that you take the diaper off, your baby is going to pee or poo. It's just the way it goes. I remember actually one of the first times I was doing this, I didn't even realize that I was lifting the baby up and didn't even realize that she was peeing all down her back. And then I put a new diaper on. I was so proud of myself, which was all, ready to go. And the baby nurse kind of walked in and said, "She's soaking wet." And I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" So just try and be quick about it and there'll be no issues. So as I said, you want to be quick, and one thing that can help you do that is if you use the diaper for your first wipe. So just kind of use the diaper to scoop up whatever's there, pull it away, and of course if you have a girl, you just want to always go from front to back. You don't want to get any dirty stuff in their privates. And then the wipes we like to use are the Up and Up baby wipes. We get them at Target, and you just want to, again, go from front to back to clean. And if you have like a newborn, it can be really hard to get into all those little nooks and crannies, but just make sure to kind of see any of those wrinkles and get in there and clean it to help you avoid diaper rash. Then just take the diaper, roll it up as tight as you can, and I use the sticky things to just make it super tight so I can have more room in the diaper genie. And there it is, and I just chuck it out. Now you take your clean diaper, and as quick as you possibly can, you put your baby in there. Now you've got your protective barrier. You also want to kind of run your finger a little bit on the, there's like these little pockets here, just to kind of make sure they're open and working well to prevent leaks. Now you want to take, we like to use the A&D ointment. So you just take a little fingerful of that. There's so many things that our parents did for us that is no longer done today. For example, baby powder is no longer done. It can get into the baby's lungs and cause complications. Another thing is baby oil, which can clog baby's pores, and also it's a possible carcinogen. And you don't want to put baby oil on yourself either, especially if you're breastfeeding, because for those same reasons. I can think that our parents also put those hard shoes on us. So many people from my generation today, they now have to wear orthotics. So today we know we only put basically nothing or soft shoes on babies up to at least 2 years old. They're called crib shoes today. That's why they're softer. And also something that there's studies being done on it, whether or not to have a nightlight. I had a very bright nightlight as a kid. Maybe that's why my vision is so bad, because babies' eyes are developing when they're sleeping. Better to have them sleep in pitch black. If you need to change your baby's shirt, either because it's bedtime and it's time for PJs, or if they made a mess of it, when you're pulling it off, just try not to touch. There's these little soft spots on her head that are called putty pockets. Actually, I'm just kidding. They're really called fontanelles. It's basically just the soft tissue part of their skull that will kind of meld together once she grows. But I mean, if you accidentally touch it, it's not a big deal, but don't try to really stick your finger in there or anything. Then all you need to do once you're done with that is just snap her up. And guys, if you're wondering why your wife is probably so much faster and more efficient at this, it's really not a genetic thing. It's pretty much just because she probably had plenty of practice growing up with dolls and just got really good at it. But when it comes time to posing your baby with a toy lightsaber or protecting yourself from his or her kung fu grip, you'll be better at that. Now you just put the pants back on. And by the way, another reason why it's good to have long pants is that, spiritually speaking, it basically gives your baby room to grow. And since the universe hates a vacuum, it will ensure that your baby is going to grow big and strong, because there's plenty of room for him or her to do so. And then you're done. Hopefully your baby won't cry when you take the little distraction away. But if she does, no worries, because it's probably time for her to take a nap anyway. So if you've enjoyed this video, please visit thelaymansanswers.com or check out my other baby videos at the Layman Answers YouTube page. Thank you. And to freshen your baby's nursery with the sweet scent of Play-Doh, pick up Demeter's Unisex Play-Doh Cologne Spray. Just click on the link in the About section below.